on the new uniform because it's been released. Meaning, this is my last time wearing my old Rangers uniform. I'm gonna have to move my badge as well because there's actually now like a badge pin thing like over the shoulder, which I don't know. I kind of like it there, you know, because it's easy to see. But the new uniform, I've tried on everything at the camp, and it was actually really comfy. Like the hoodie I was wearing was so comfy, and it has 2 inside pockets. I was very happy with that. I can put like my little spare coins or like little sweets, some like sweet bingo or something, and just like tuck them away and just be like, hee hee, mine now. I definitely prefer the new uniform than to this one with the jumpers because the jumpers are much more comfier. This one, like if you wear it like this, you just have like what looks like a massive hole here because it's like you meant to like pull it over you, but I find that like sometimes it can get really itchy and it means that your uniform then gets more messy. So I'm not really keen on these sleeves, but I'm glad there's a new one, and I think they still had it, but it was much more cozier with the fabric because it's also much more like comfier clothing. Like in the hoodie I was like so warm, but sometimes I'll wear this and it doesn't really like, it's got some fleece in but it's just not that great. And the trousers are actually really good. They're kind of like cargo type trousers, which I think is really good because normally we would just like put on leggings or something, but now we have an actual like full uniform. I think it's much more like better, and the shorts are actually really good as well. They got the promise badge on them, and on like the back of the jumper it says Rangers, so I think that's better because if you're in a group and someone needs to find a ranger, they're not gonna like look at the front of like everyone's uniform. So I think having it on the back, it's clearer of who's who. And I prefer the colours because they're more closer to the young leaders, which technically rangers do become. And I really like it, to be fair. It's quite nice and cosy. The top is really nice to put on because you don't have the annoying buttons. Like the buttons are so small on my current Rangers like uniform that sometimes they just like pop open and I'm just like, no, go back in please. So it's much more like flexible in a way, and it's much more like nicer material. The colours aren't too bad. They're like a dark like blue and a light blue, I think, where this one's just grey and blue. Grey. Yeah, apparently Rangers are grey. And also these I'm glad there's no like sleeve pockets. At least I don't think there is sleeve pockets. But I'm kind of glad because I never used this once. Because it's just not somewhere you'd think a pocket would be. Like, hold on, let me get it out from my arm. But no, I do actually really like the new uniform. I do like the new badges as well because I'm pretty sure there was like new badges. And like they're really nice. I like the merch that they've got, and I definitely think with the rainbows and the brownies they actually haven't really changed that much. Brownies have kind of stayed in, but it's less of like stripes now. It was like more stripy. Same with the rainbows, and the rainbows instead of white and red like as the main top with a small rainbow, it's rainbow sleeves, pink, and then I think they've kept the logo like on the back maybe. But I definitely prefer the old the thing is, I'm a bit of like, I'd like the old one better for the rainbows, but then everything else, the new ones, if that makes sense. But to be fair, the brownies hasn't really changed that much. It's just gone stripy from non-stripy. So they've kind of kept the same colours with the brown and yellow, which I think is actually a good combination, to be fair, for the brownies. I also find that, like, the shorts, they're okay. But if you're like doing an activity weekend, I would stick with like longer layers, because sometimes you have to be careful with like harnesses and everything. So I do think that the shorts could have been like maybe to the knees maybe, or like slightly longer, because I think with like harnesses and everything, they're gonna go like shorter, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I really like the uniform. It's very practical, it's very comfy, definitely good for winter. And I'm just like, I also really like the hats. Like, I never had a hat. I get to have a hat. I'm very happy with the hat. Yeah, the hats are really good, and I think they've either just says rainbow, like brownies, etc., or it's just got the promise sign. And I don't know if the back of the promise sign has changed for like the new uniform. I'm not sure. I think it has, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I definitely really like the new uniform. It's very practical, it's very easy to put on. And with the ranges, it's kind of good that it's more on the sporty element, because we do a lot at my unit of more activities than like say arts and crafts. We do some arts and crafts, but it's more activity based. So I think just like having slightly more of like, oh, I forgot to make sure this collars keep going up, because sometimes the collars don't stay down. So I'm kind of glad there's no collars for the ranges anymore, because I definitely prefer it without the collar. And I do like the colours they've gone for, because it's like, it's kind of more newer. Well, it is new, but like it's a bit more better, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm really glad that the new uniform is finally out, and I can finally blabber on about it and how good it and comfy it is, and how I want to have it right now. But yeah, if you are a Rangers, Guides, Brownies, Young Leader, whatever you are in the girl guiding thing, what do you think of the new uniform, and what's your favourite item? Oh, and there is a sash with a bag in it. Yeah, you have a bag, right? You have a sash to put all your badges on, but then there's a little pocket, right? It's very small, but you can put stationery, your little badge you collect, your badge applying kit, I don't know, sweets. You can, if you've done sweetie bingo, you can just go, yay. But yeah, I definitely love the sash and how they've put a pocket in with it, because it makes it more practical that way. And I definitely like the sash because it's more practical. You can just pull it over your shoulder, where I've got a brownies one, and you kind of had to like slide it, and sometimes that it would like come out sometimes. So I do like that you can just go. I don't know if it's for all, because it just had it was just like a dark blue purple, and then just had a promise, so I don't promise sign. So I don't know if it's for everyone, like for all the like the little stages, like rainbows, brownies, guides, young leader, etc, etc. Well, rainbow, oh no, I missed rangers. So it goes rainbows, brownies, rangers, young leaders, which I think is actually quite cool that they've done that. Also, the R's and R's are getting confusing. Rainbows and rangers, that's like a tongue twister. But yeah, I definitely really like it. But here is me, my last time wearing, well, probably my last time wearing my old uniform. Oh, it's weird saying old uniform, because like 2 weeks ago I was saying, let me put my uniform on. Not my old uniform, not my new uniform, my uniform. Yeah. And you've also got just like My little rainbows, my little rangers. Also, I'm pretty sure there's there's a Campton. I don't know. I think there's like a mountain in our little logo for like rangers. Because I'm pretty sure I was like, what is that? And I was like, I think it's mountains. I was like, oh, that's different. But I definitely really like the new uniform. If you're getting a new uniform, what do you like about it? And is there anything you would change or bring back? Right, so I'll see you all guys later. Bye!